Are we live? Yes. Hello. Hey guys, what is up? This is Livy Igor coming live from London. If you guys are watching me on a replay, drop me a hashtag style. Y'all know the drill. We're with the favorite mug, the favorite cup, the M&S cups. M&M's, sorry, not M&S. I got really carried away. Hey Bruna, how are you, love? Sasha, Kiara, come on, let's go. Jason, how are you? Andy, how are you? So cool to see you guys. I feel I haven't gone live yesterday because I was procrastinating. I'm doing awesome, my love. I'm doing awesome. How are you, Andy? Tell me, how are you doing? So I want to talk about branding today. Now, I know, for example, on TikTok, I did, if you guys want to watch the replay, I'm going to leave it on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. I know I tagged it as how to brand with Fitline, but I also believe that this is a little bit of everything too, because I love giving you, hey, Adama, I love giving you other nuggets and stuff. So you guys can watch it there, but I didn't have enough space to write it. But in hindsight, I do want to talk a little bit about Fitline because I had 2 calls today with 2 awesome people, awesome human beings. And it's funny, every time I talk to them, they said, it feels as if I know you, but I don't know you. Have you ever felt like this where you know someone, but you don't know them? And when you see them on social, you're like, oh my goodness. So I'll tell you this yesterday, I was in Selfridges, because if you guys followed my story, I bought bread and truffle, which is a great focaccia, which is the size of my hand, the size of my face. And I got 2 for the price of 1. So one is like $9.50, but it's focaccia is basically Italian sort of bread that they put inside. They put different ingredients inside of it. So I had mortadella, which is like ham slices. It's I don't know exactly what it is. Mortadella. It's sort of ham, whatever. Anyways, pork, and then pesto, truffle, parmigiano, and then I grilled it anyways. I'm not doing a food chronic, but just so you guys know that it melts. Although, Bruno, you probably will love la focaccia because it was so good. I took mortadella. I didn't add any mozzarella because I don't like mozzarella. I like parmigiano. But this is how your brand should be, right? When you talk about something that you love, can you fuel it inside of you? Hey, Makita. Hey, Manjeet, how are you? When you're passionate about something, I can talk because Makita right now, when she does meditation and when she talks about well-being, her body just lights up. Her eyes light up. And I'm sure, for example, for Bruna, you too, when you talk about food, it lights up. I did some plantains in the air fryer. Oh, my days. Best thing ever. I am in love. I could do that all day and put on weight too. But that's another subject for another time. Bear in mind, I have not gone to the gym for at least 5 days, and tomorrow's the CrossFit Open too. So I don't know how that's going to go, but that's another subject for another time. But my story here of why I really want you to understand how you can brand with Fitline is number two things. You're either having issues with your health, or you're not where you're wanting to be, or you have issues with your finances. One or the other, or even both. With the person that I talked this morning, it was both, because she's going back to the gym. She lost a lot of weight, but wanting to take care of her body and is wanting to leave her 9-to-5. The other person isn't a 9-to-5, but is just bored of so she's more for cash flow. She doesn't really care about what the product is. That's why I'm always like, everybody comes in network marketing very differently. And TikTok, I'm going to leave the live on Insta and Facebook so you guys can watch it there. Also YouTube at this point. But people follow you for what you know, love, and trust. What can you talk about all the time, right? I'm sorry, Manjeet, I don't understand any. I guess you wrote in Indian. I do not understand any Indian, so we're not going to go very far. But hopefully it was something nice. Nice picture. I appreciate it. Thank you. People follow you for things that you love, know, and trust. Like, know, and trust. I always talk about this book that is called Superpowers from Pat Flynn. A really good book. And I talked about it when I was in Poland. That really explains the joy, the gist of how to show up with consistency, how to show up every single day, all the time, but in a way that people will relate to you. I speak in a way that is very different. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Bruno and we talk the same language. Hey, Tex. I still have to send you that photo. I will send that high quality photo. And I speak in a way that is very specific. So I don't have a huge vocabulary of words, but what I will tell you is when I saw what's his name? For some reason the name is not coming. Nicolas yesterday, who sold me the focaccia, and we negotiated the buy two get one free, right? Buy two and get the one for one. He talked about, I appreciate the way you talk to me because even if I'm a foreigner, I understand your way of speaking. And it wasn't in a way where he was like, you're doing it wrong. No, 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 no. Branding will have you evolve in emotional intelligence. I want you to understand that when I'm seeing you on the other side, there's empathy. You understand me. That's why branding people don't really understand, because they're like, yeah, but it's like I have to become somebody. No, no, no. You're not becoming somebody that you're not, my love. You're the same person. If we had to meet today, or we had to go and get some food together or eat la focaccia together or whatever, I would be the same offline and online. That's what you want people to know, that if they had to come in or have a call with you or talk to you, it's the same. Now, I may talk very less and I'll have you talk more, because why would I talk more? Right? Because, like, I want to know more of you than you know me. You see me on social media all the time. But I only showcase you things that I want you to know. Now, of course, this is not manipulation, because branding, and I'm going to come in how you can add that with Fitline by using the supplements, is number one, we talked about the fact your health. Number two is the money, right? But there's two things right now that are stopping you from showing up on social media, and marketing is the biggest one. Some of y'all won't want a paycheck. Oh, thanks for the roses, love. Some of y'all don't have a hard time in marketing and have a hard time storytelling. And women, I'm sorry, I emphasize on the women. I didn't mean to, but because I'm one too. But we have a hard time selling. And I'm like, it's not that complicated. But sometimes we get so much in our head that we have to become this special person to sell, when absolutely not. I was talking to my mom. My mom is a naturopath and a midwife for years. She loves what she does. And I was telling her that she has the ability to sell when she sees somebody face to face. But when it comes online, she makes this huge thing in her mind. I'm like, Mom, what you put online is different. Now, my mom is Scottish, okay? So my mom does everything like point, like very straightforward. So if you like Scottish people, great. If you don't, she's going to give it in your face. You like it or not, there's no tonality, you know? My mom adds the question mark when you're like not answering something. She'll add like 5 question marks. And I'm like, Mom, you can't add 5 question marks, because that feels as if somebody's screaming at you. And she's like, no, it's not. It's just because I'm genuinely curious. I'm like, Mom, no. It feels as if like it's in your face. I don't know if you can relate to this, where it's like, Mom, you don't need to add loads of like exclamation marks. We're cool. You know, just tone it down. But sometimes offline and online is not the same thing. That's why when you build your brand, I'm not going for something that's a quick fix for 5 days. Hey, Mom. I'm not looking for something that is just like, oh, you know, I mean, I can show you how to earn money. I can show you how to earn an extra 500 euros, but 500 pounds, but everybody's going to be different. Your level of hunger is completely different from anybody else's. This is something that you put in the work, you get the results. And it could be in 30 days. It could be in 60 days. It could be in 90 days. Everybody is so different that it will be so different from everybody else's, if that makes sense. Right. So I want to leave my 9 to 5, but I don't know where to start. Well, you don't. First of all, I always say, and this was another question of somebody that actually did have it. And she was saying, I want to leave my 9 to 5, but if I quit, will I be able to make money with Fitline? And I told her, I was like, if I have to be honest, I think that would probably be the dumbest thing on the planet. Unless you're really good and you can do, I'm not saying we're going to do door to door, but if you have that mentality of doing door to door and running for it and just going hammer into it, go. But if not, in the season and the session that we're in right now, with, you know, regardless if we're in a recession or whatever they say, the social people, but I would keep the work ethic that you are right now and find compartmentalized days of how you can work, right? So the weekends, go crazy on like your side hustle. Or in the evening, I went to bed, it was maybe 2 o'clock tonight. Now I know it was really late because there was like a prayer worship, so I didn't want to miss that. And then I gave myself like an hour just to crush what I was supposed to do, and then I just went to bed because I just couldn't do it. You will always do things extra that people won't see. So what I would do is just lay out, what is it that you're wanting? When do you want to leave the job? And maybe you can reduce your hours, but you've just got to make sure your basics are covered, right? So your rent is covered. So your food, the stuff is covered. Oh, hey, my love, how are you? And just want to make sure that the basics are already done, right? Because you could do the side hustle and we could work together if that's something that you wanted to. But my thing is you don't want to go burning out without having like, oh man, like I don't, because I've run myself out. Like I take it from somebody that just went hammer in, all in, said, you know what, I'm not doing my job, I'm quitting. And then the next month it was intense because I had to work so much on my limiting belief on top of showing up that there was just so much confrontation. And branding, if you can do it in small pockets of your days, which is what I teach you, you get to understand how you can get better. At first, I'm not going to ask you, or when you do 15 pieces of content, the goal is your camera quality. It's not that great, this phone, but I do have a camera that I use my YouTube one with. But thank you, I appreciate that, Christina. And what did I want to say? You find out pockets of your days of how you can build the brand. And then from there, we go with going backwards, which is what I always say. When you have a plan, you got to reverse engineer. What do I have to do every single day to get out of my 9 to 5, but at the still same time will provide me a income, right? And how many hours can I realistically do? Can you do 3? Can you do 2? Can you do 1 hour, right? That's why I always say at first, when you join an opportunity, it's not because you're joining to fulfill. At first, you want to know why I joined network marketing? I didn't join network marketing because of the product. I joined network marketing because I needed money. I didn't even know what I was ordering, if I have to be perfectly honest. My friend called me up when I prayed to God. I was like, look, God, bring me an opportunity that can align body, mind, and soul. I told him, not network marketing. Funny, 48 hours, he brings me somebody else. He's like, look, you got supplements? I'm like, I don't know. I don't do it. He's like, look, you got 5 hours to decide. So you can absolutely do a business without really understanding the layout. Now, of course, some people like to know more, do more research and stuff. That's absolutely fine. But you've got to understand how much you're willing to put in reverse. So I know that was a long story TED Talk, Bruna, just for that, but I hope it did make sense. And so how to brand. You got to understand your story. What is it that you're wanting to overcome in the season that you are right now? You have the vision of inspiring the multicultural, multi-ethnic to brand on social media and to earn with Fitline, to have them take care of the body and to have their cash flow flowing in, to be better at sales. Yes, we get that. But in the month or the 2 months or the 3 months, perfect. Okay. Then I want you to know, I don't have much battery. I want you to know what can you add every single day that can move the needle forward. Can you, reach out to a new person? We're in a challenge with the French team on how to build their social media by asking various things. And today we had like 10 things that we had to do. 10 people that we had to reach out to for something that we're doing, right? And this was like a sort of challenge that they did. So it's understanding those things. What can you do today and that you can repeat every single day? And at some point, when you do the 3 pieces of content or the 3 stories in your stories, can you do 4? Can you do 5? Can you do 6? Can you do 7? Can you do 8? Can you do 9? Now I can do stories. I could throw you guys 15 stories if I wanted to. If tomorrow I had to go live on TV, I could probably do that too. But because I've been practicing for the last 3 years, because I've been practicing going live on all different platforms, you don't need to go on all different platforms. You need to master one thing first and then get better at it. And then you can add more to your plate, because the more you add to your plate and it feels so overwhelming, it will crush you. That's why, I show you, I know Brittany I posted the one where if you feel overwhelmed, or if you feel tired, or if you feel that things are going on, etc., and you can't do it, I want you to do jumping jacks and then just go straight down to focus. If not, of course, I don't have the drink with me, but the red drink that I always talk about, the chakra drink, that will help with your focus, because it will just like, it will shift you within minutes, and you'll be like, okay, I've got it, I can focus, I'm good, right? So you're laying it straight to like, what can I laser focus on? I do this thing for 10 minutes. Hey, Lindsay, when, and hey, Yellow Brick Roads, when I have things that are, not overwhelming, because you choose to be overwhelmed. When I have a lot of things on my plate and I'm like, oh my days, I don't know if I could do this, I will shift down and be like, okay, I got 10 minutes. Can I do a piece of content? Can I do the 20 jumping jacks? Can I do the 20 burpees? Can I do whatever in that time frame? Once it's done, tick it off, jump to the next one, right? Like right now, my list of what I have to do is chaotic, but I'll focus on, oh, okay, I did it live. Boom, that's done. I got to do a piece of Insta content. Can I do that in the next like 3 minutes? What are we going to be talking about? Boom, hold the video. Once it's recorded, it's done. Does that make sense? On like how you can just literally do simple things, but sometimes because it's always shinier on the other side than it is here, because they'll always say, oh, the grass is always green on the other side. But focus on you. And I've heard this thing, and I had to remind myself as I came home late yesterday night from taking La Focaccia. I was like, I am looking at other people right now. And it's cool that they're at the stage of where they're at. I'm not. So God, will you just refine my vision? Will you refine my focus? Will you refine what I need to focus on to get to be a better version of me, to be a better version of what you want me to serve, how you want me to serve the people? And automatically that prayer that I just prayed just to myself and say, hey, God, I just can't deal with it anymore. I ask that you just center my thoughts, that you center who I am, that you center where I have to do what is the next move. I ask that, and you speak in any kind of language that you want, but I ask the Holy Spirit, you just speak to who I'm supposed to go next to, and I shall do it. And then instantly when you do it, automatically you'll shift into that, right? Hey, Yasmin. Guys, I love you. I appreciate you. We talked about the 3 ways of how to brand with Fitline. I know I didn't go too much into how you can earn and stuff, but I could do that like in the next couple of videos. Or if you want, you can message me. TikTok, I'm going to leave the live on Insta, Facebook, and YouTube. You can watch that there. On YouTube, there's a lot of content just on Fitline and PM International. If you're wanting to learn how to earn and stuff, that's absolutely fine. You can watch it there. If not, you can just connect. If you have any other questions that I can help you out with, absolutely. My DMs are always open. And I shall do, you know what, as I'm finishing this, I'm going to jump into doing a tip video that I did yesterday on Insta, and I'll do the same thing. So that's how I'm able to shift. And I still have like a couple of things to do until I jump onto my next thing. Guys, love you. Appreciate you. Remember to be you too. The world does not dictate who you are, but you dictate the world. Talk to you guys later. Bye.